Welcome to the 5th Annual Dane County Housing Summit, the next generation of housing. It is very wonderful to see so many of you here today, so many new faces. My name is Olivia Perry. I'm a planner in the Dane County Planning and Development Department, and I'm the coordinator for the Dane County Housing Initiative program, which this is a part of. The program has, this is sort of our hallmark event. We also have monthly stakeholder meetings, a website. We do outreach and education, technical assistance, a newsletter, all around this issue of expanding opportunities for affordable and workforce housing. So we are sold out again this year, very exciting. 5 years ago, I think we were in a room of about 80 people. Today we have 235, 255 all total. And we have 80 people signed up for Affordable Housing 101. It is the largest, the most sought-after workshop we have today, which is very exciting. So as the steering committee was putting together the content for our work here today, a few themes started popping up, began to emerge. This idea of housing and healthcare, that's been a subject on and off at the steering committee meetings for a couple of years, and we thought it was about time to sort of bring that forward. Public health has been coming to our monthly stakeholder meetings and really inspired us to engage in a dialogue with them. Innovation and investment came up as an issue. Right now we have 15,000 households who are paying more than 50% of their income on rent. 3,000 of those are approximately homeowners, the rest are renters in this county alone. And while we are doing tremendous things at the city and the county level, we can't build that many homes in the next couple of years. So what can we do to innovate? Is there anything we can do to innovate? We're also hearing a lot that people want to invest in or support in whatever way they can this issue, because it's so prevalent and so close to people's hearts. So innovation and investment became a theme. And it's, of course, core to our region's DNA, this idea of innovation, in particular in the private sector with technology, but also in the public sector. We have, the city of Madison and Dane County have had many firsts, not the least of which is we were the first county to do a racial equity analysis. And so the steering committee said, we really need to make that, more central to our work going forward. But what became more clear is that we were kind of breaking down silos with these new themes and thinking a little bit outside the box and across departments and sectors. And so it really felt like a new era of, opportunities for cooperation and collaboration. And across, organizations, but also, municipalities. So this is sort of the idea of the next generation of housing, new opportunities ahead that we have yet to explore and know and understand, but are based on cooperation and collaboration. And we have had really unprecedented leadership at the highest levels of local government with the executive and the county board chair and the mayor on this issue, and they are continuing to raise the bar year after year. Last year we doubled our housing loan fund from $3 million to $6 million, and it's really exciting and inspiring to be able to do this work and be a part of that, and thank you for your leadership. So with that, I would like to invite the first time we have the Mayor of Madison, the City Mayor of Madison, to come up and provide some opening remarks. Mayor Rhodes Conway has been leading on these issues long before she became mayor, but we would like to invite you to speak to us today.
Good morning, everyone. It is great to be here, and it's great to see all of you. I see many familiar faces in the audience, and I want to start by thanking all of you for taking the time out of your, I'm sure, incredibly busy schedules to be here and think about housing, and in particular about affordable housing. I also want to recognize there's a number of elected officials in the room. I see county board supervisors, I see alders, but I also particularly want to recognize Mayor Esser and Mayor Richardson for being here. It's really important that our approach to our housing market be a regional one. So thank you for participating today. It is important that we take a regional approach, and that's just one facet of the way that I feel about how we need to work on affordable housing, and that is in partnership. The public sector has to be in partnership with the nonprofit sector, has to be in partnership with the private sector, right? Madison has to be in partnership with Sun Prairie and with Fitchburg and with Verona and with Monona and with Dane County and on and on. This is not a problem that we can solve alone, but it is a problem that we can solve together. This region is experiencing an affordable housing crisis. I heard again and again on the campaign trail, and I continue to hear when I'm out in the community at coffees or events, that people are not able to find the housing that they need. And I'm not just talking about the folks that are without housing at the moment, although they certainly critically need to be able to find housing that they can afford. But I'm also talking about folks who have just graduated from college or graduate school or have come to Madison for a really good job opportunity and can't afford to live in Madison. To me, this crisis is multifaceted, and it is going to take many tools to solve it. I am very excited that the city of Madison has, over the past 5 years, created over 1,200 housing units, over 1,000 of which are affordable, and that we have recently approved another 200 units of affordable housing. That's great. Those are big numbers. They're not anywhere near enough. So again, we can't do it alone. We need all of you to be part of this. And we need, as Olivia said, to be innovative in our thinking. Frankly, we can't buy our way out of this problem. It is going to take money. And it's going to take money from both the public and private and nonprofit sectors, from the federal government, from the state. It's going to take money. But it's going to take other things too. And we're going to have to think creatively about how we preserve our existing affordable housing stock. We're going to have to think creatively about what are the barriers to building workforce housing in any of our communities. We're going to have to think creatively about sites and sizes and types of units and types of construction. We're going to have to think creatively about our land use approval processes. Right? There's a whole list of things that need work, and I'm committed to working on them. I hope that you are as well. In my 2020 budget, you may have heard some of the highlights, but you may have missed the fact that we've raised our affordable housing fund to $5 million, and that we've added another $1 million in land banking that can be used to facilitate the creation of housing in the city of Madison. Another piece that I want to lift up from my budget is that we're making significant investments in transportation. Because as much as I hear about the need for affordable housing in the city of Madison, at the same time I hear about the need for transportation to get people from their housing to everything else. When you look at how Madison and the region have grown, we have really shifted our economy from one that was centered around the isthmus, where the majority of jobs were right here, around the Capitol, at the university, and there's still plenty of jobs downtown, don't get me wrong. But when you look at that heat map of where the jobs are in the region, there's significantly more out towards Mayor Esser's way. You think about American Family, and you think about the new UW campus, there's significantly more out towards Mayor Brar and Middleton, right, with Exact Sciences, 700 open positions at Exact Sciences. There's a whole corridor of employment there that's developed over the past 5 to 10 years. Our system, our transit system, does not serve those areas adequately. and thus people who are looking to get good jobs and to find affordable housing, which are in two different places, aren't able to connect. We want to change that through my Metro Forward initiative. The last thing that I want to say is that we have a number of city staff in the room, and I only want to call out one, which is Dr. Linda Vacunta, my deputy mayor, who has housing in her portfolio. She's in the back. So unfortunately, I am not able to be with you all day, although I wanted to go to all 4 of the tracks. But Linda will be here to go to at least one of the tracks. And if you want to connect with the work that the city is doing on housing, feel free to find her and exchange information and have a conversation. Let me thank you again for being here and recognizing by the gift of your time the importance of this topic. I want to thank County Executive Parisi for being here as well and participating and sponsoring this. I want to thank Olivia for planning. This is a critical topic for the city. It's a critical topic for our region, and I look forward to working with all of you on the creation of more housing and especially more affordable housing. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayor. It was wonderful to have you, and I hope we see you often and in the future. I would like to invite County Executive Joe Parisi and County Board Chair Sharon Corrigan to make some opening remarks as well.
Good morning. Thank you, Olivia, and thank you to all the staff who worked so hard to put this this event on today. We all love to show up and everything runs so smoothly, and we don't see everything that goes into making it happen. So I really appreciate all of you. I just want to say to Olivia's comments and the comments that the mayor made, ditto. I won't go over and repeat what they said, but what strikes me when I look around the room today, I was having a similar thought as I was driving into work today about kind of where we were in addressing housing and homelessness when I got elected a little under 9 years ago, and how far we've come. We have the Beacon. It didn't exist. We have so many more units, and as was mentioned, we need more, but we have so many more units and so many unique partnerships that have developed. We didn't have a county affordable housing fund then, and today, this week, we announced the awarding of, I believe it's $7.2 million toward affordable housing projects for 2019, just from the housing fund. So many people have stepped up and realized that this is an issue. And what's so important about seeing all of the different people from so many different professions and walks and positions in this room today is that we know, yeah, it's about affordable housing, but it's not just about affordable housing. It's about the units, about the availability. It's about people's ability to access units. It's about how much people are able to earn. One of the important pieces of this conversation that I think is vital to keep alive is the fact that when you have a minimum wage of less than $8 an hour, there's no such thing as affordable housing, no matter how much it costs. And so that's why it's so important that we're able to look at this from so many perspectives, from the income side of it, from the equity side of it, to access to housing because of, frankly, a number of laws that have been passed in the last few years that make it so much harder for a lot of folks to access housing. So there's so much of it. When we start breaking it down, it can seem a little overwhelming, but when we look at all the faces in this room today, we have people dealing with each side of that issue, and that's why it's so important that everyone is here today. And we each have our role to play, and I think we each have to kind of pull this apart and look at what is the niche and what is the area that I can help the most. As I mentioned, the county has got into the affordable housing funding and partnership side of things where we weren't before. Also, the case management side, as you know, is so important, and that's certainly a niche that we fill. We're in 2019 now, so it would be my 2020 budget that I just unveiled is stepping up our game even more. What we've found is with the creation of the Affordable Housing Fund and the many partnerships that we have now, we are outgrowing our capability to even manage that. So the 2020 county budget it creates a new division of housing and affordability in the Human Services Department, and so there will be a new division head and a new analyst to come in and help all the folks who are doing such great work with our affordable housing and CDBG fund now so that we can expand our capacity. So we look forward to working with, oh, thank you, yeah. It's important work, and I look out here and I see so many people who are doing the same way in their wheelhouse, the same kind of things, and I appreciate it very much. So I hope today is really productive for you, and again, thank you for everything you're doing to make a difference. Take care.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Sharon Corrigan. I'm the chair of the Dane County Board, and I'm so honored to be invited to help kick off this summit, this 5th summit, and I'm pleased to be here. Congratulations, Olivia. You and your team with the Dane County Housing Initiatives have done great work to not only start this idea, but to build it to this sold-out crowd today, and it's really a testament to the work that's done by this group. And when I look at the agenda that you've put together for this, what a robust agenda, and it makes me think of the county's commitment to sustainability. About 7 years ago, we passed and we worked with the county executive, the county board, and the county executive to establish sustainability principles for the county. And one of those principles had to do with removing barriers to individuals to meet their basic human needs. And this work with housing is at the core of that work, making sure that people have the ability to do that. And, essentially when I look at this agenda, it makes me think of the two sides of the coin of the lack of affordable housing, unaffordable housing. And the one side is clearly housing units and how many housing units are available out there. And we've done a lot of work. We are moving forward on that, and your agenda really addresses that, not only from the perspective of building more units, but keeping the units we have and making sure that those stay in the market, both pieces of that. But the other side of the coin is resources available to pay for that housing when you get there. The county executive mentioned, having an $8 an hour wage isn't going to get you affordable housing anywhere. So for people who are able to work, a big part of that is transportation, and I'm so pleased to see that as part of the agenda today, because we have to be able to get people to jobs that pay a living wage. And the Dodge County project that you're going to look at over lunchtime and then the afternoon session, you're going to have an opportunity to hear more about transportation and creative ideas to solving that problem, to getting people to living wage jobs. So thank you all for being here today. I'm so pleased to see people who are building housing, people who are developing the projects, advocates, local government officials, all in this room together, ready to work together and partner together as we all try to solve this regional problem. So thank you for being here, and good luck on your day of learning and meeting people and partnering to solve this problem for Dane County. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I think I can say that we have unprecedented leadership on this issue, and they continue to raise the bar for us, and I couldn't be more thankful and proud to be working with all of you and in Dane County, for Dane County on this issue. It's amazing when everyone, in particular, the elected officials, the top elected officials, all step up together and so strongly and with such strong commitment and deep commitment and such vision. So thank you so much for that, for this work, and for your leadership on this issue. We have a huge program today. We're running a few minutes behind schedule, but I do want to take a moment to thank the Dane County Housing Initiative Steering Committee members, DCHI as we call them. They helped put together this agenda and build a great program for us today. We meet every month, and And you are welcome to come to our stakeholder meetings. It is open to everybody. And so thank you to the Dane County Housing Initiative Steering Committee members. We also have 18 sponsors for the summit this year. We have many new sponsors, and I just want to quickly say thank you to our new sponsors and welcome to the network. We have YWCA, the Eastside Planning Council, the Federal Home Loan Bank of Chicago, the Housing Center of Greater Wisconsin, Madison Development Corp. It is very meaningful to us that you would want to partner with us on this work and support us, and would like to be part of this growing network for the future.